She got me feeling like a dope fiend. I'm addicted to a black queen.
Guys, welcome back to Love Life After Podcast. This is Brittany here.
This is Christelle. Welcome back.
I'm Olivia.
All right, guys, and today we have a very special guest with us, Miko.
Hello.
Miko, tell us where you're from, what you do.
I am from Durham. I reside in Raleigh, and I'm a hairstylist.
Okay. That's what's up. Thanks for coming out and joining us on this podcast this evening. Let's jump right into it.
So how's everybody doing this?
Good.
Yeah. So what's been going on lately?
I just did a very heated debate on Facebook about black women's hair.
Oh, God.
Oh, Lord.
People are...
What happened?
So basically the guy was saying he wants to know why so many black women wear weave. And we are pretty much the only race of women that refuses to wear our own hair.
That's not true.
Not true
Thank
at
you.
all.
Not true.
That's not true at all. Speaking from a hairstylist.
Thank you. So the women answered him. And so they were like, well, the reasons that the women gave were all excuses. So basically I ended it with, you didn't ask the question for understanding. You asked the question to bash, basically. I said, everybody answered your question as to why, and you turned around and it was still an issue. I said, your point was basically not met.
Why is he even why does he care? Why
that's when I asked that too. Like, why do you even care?
A lot of women wear weave it's a protective style.
Right, I love wearing
so that way, a lot of women have went natural too. So it protects their hair from, having to flat iron it and, change the texture of their hair because there's no chemical in it.
Right.
So that's why people are wearing weaves, is to protect their natural hair.
And those were the points made.
Whoever you are, you hear that?
Yeah, and I have locks, and I even wear a crochet or a wig. I do it just for a different look.
Right. But
just spice it up.
A lot of women, a lot of people view, when you say anything about a weave, they automatically think black women. Mm-hmm. And black women are not the ones that wear weaves. White women actually was probably wearing weaves before black women were. So
I have a lot
of black women down now.
Right. I have a lot of white clients that wear weaves.
They do.
Like faithfully every 2 weeks.
Weaves,
they do it more than we do.
Everything.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. But did y'all ended up closing that conversation or you just left?
No, because he got extra childish and he's like, so while you all are arguing on my post, I just made X amount of dollars. So another female went underneath and she said, well, sweetheart, you made that money standing up working. I make that money in my sleep from online sales.
Okay.
So what is your point?
Okay.
Like, you need to do better.
Right.
You're a professional. You're in the public eye.
Right.
You need to do better.
And stop putting down your sisters.
Exactly.
Thank you.
But I feel like that comes from women issues. And he might need to lay on somebody's couch.
He probably is laying on somebody's couch.
It ain't the right one.
Talking about people's hair and stuff.
And it's a woman with a weave.
Right.
Yeah, I had a really good week this week. Busy, but it was, pretty good. A little stressful, but good. Trying not to like say too much, but it was really good though. I'm not even gonna complain. But yeah, I'm excited to be back. Last week was pretty cool. We talked about a lot last week.
The week before.
Because we had the snow.
Who were you snowed in with?
Right. Who were you snowed in with? I don't know about you, but I was by myself.
I was studying.
Yeah, you was, of course. With who were you studying with?
The laptop.
Okay. No, they didn't talk about laptop. What about you, Miko? I know we didn't call you back because you were actually supposed to be there last week.
I know, but I didn't do anything. I worked on wigs all weekend. Yeah. That's the time that snow day I needed that day to kind of trap me so I could get some work done. So that's what I did.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, like this, we have a lot of topics to talk about this time because I had some people message us about talking about different things. So we kind of want to like jump into it and start. One of the topic they want us to talk about is culture. Like, what do we think when we think of culture?
I could start. I think it's just the way of life. Like the way you do things, your beliefs, behavior, attitudes, and your morals, basically.
Right. Yeah. And someone asked if culture is a way of being brought up. Like, it's how, does it have anything to do with how you was brought up?
Of course.
Yeah, but I definitely believe so. But I feel like in a way it does shape you and it doesn't in a way because I'm from New York. I lived in the projects. Single family home. Like, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that's was my childhood, but growing up, like, like I don't have that same mentality. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm the type of person, like, go through things and I'm like, right, I want better. I want different. You know what I'm saying? But, depending on your mentality and your morals and your beliefs, it just depends on how it shapes you when you get older. You get what I'm saying?
That's what I was saying. It could either make or break you. The way you were brought up could make or break you.
Yeah,
so, a lot of people, when they get older, they break away from how they were brought up and stuff like that. Some people don't. Some people hold on to that.
Right, that's true.
It breaks a lot of people and it makes a lot of people. I hope it would make a lot of people.
Yeah, I think some people make excuse.
Yeah,
like
that's
with their culture.
Thing.
Oh, this happened, so
that's what somebody was talking about earlier. They were saying that people using how they were brought up as an excuse. It's time out for that.
Yeah, I mean, you can't change the past and the things that you've been through. There's nothing that you can do about it, so there's no reason to hold on to it.
Right.
You have to just learn from everything that you have been through, and let it build character.
Right. That's right. That's right. And I think a lot of people do they have like excuses. And so I know me and my husband had this conversation like last week. I was like, well, when the boys get older, I was like, man, they won't have to work. Like, they want to go through college. They need to work, get some scholarships. Like, I was like, I ain't getting no help from my parents to pay my student loans and stuff like that. And then I was like, I had to re-evaluate my conversation with my husband because I'm like, that's not fair. Right. Like, if I'm in a position to help them,
kids,
I'm going to help them. Yeah. Like, so I had to, revamp that whole conversation. I was like, you know what? I'll take that back. Because if I'm in a position to help my kids and they don't have to work, because I worked in high school, I worked in college. I was a full-time student working and stuff like that. Like, I didn't really get that help from my parents because my mother was a single parent. So, if I'm able to help my kids, I'm definitely going to help them.
Of course, and you should.
Right,
it's meant for you to.
Right.
That's, God puts you in certain situations so you can do good for your kids.
And a lot of people are like, well, my parents didn't help me, so I'm not going to help my kids. Like, I did have that attitude at first. I did. And then I had to reevaluate. I'm like, man, that's not fair, though, because if I'm in a position to help my kids, I want them to be great. Like, I want them to start them off in a great position so they don't have to struggle the way I did.
Right.
So,
but I think, this is just what I think. But I think some parents, try to be like, oh, I did this, I went through this, I had, I went through a hard time, so you need to go through it too.
Right.
And
but it's not. Life is not like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We are in a different time, and different age.
Yeah, like she said, if you have it and if you want to, better your kids, then why not?
Right.
Like, why make them struggle just because you struggle?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not fair.
You just have to teach them morals and,
Yep.
Yeah, so I guess that went into, about believing the same belief as your parents. Like, just because...
Well, I didn't have parents growing up, so the whole college thing, it was me by myself. So I promised myself that, as far as London, we're going to try to get scholarships and stuff.
Right.
I'm going to do what I can to the extent that she will allow me. Because, some of them get, a little full of themselves. I'm grown or whatever. So I'm going to help you as much as you allow me to. And if you fall, then you fall. And when you're ready to come back, you can come back. But, yeah, I don't... I was partially with my grandma. I definitely didn't have the same beliefs as her. Now I sort of kind of do in raising my kids somewhat. The discipline part, but I listen more. She didn't listen. It was You speak when you're spoken to, stay in a child's place, don't ask no questions, just do what you're told. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe in that. I mean, I don't feel like they should talk back, but if there's a question or something or clarification that's needed, it should be allowed.
Yeah, I think it's important to listen to your child because, I mean, they may be saying something and you might not hear them, you know, and then something happened. They're like, well, I told you, and you don't listen.
That's why there's a lot of issues with mental health now. Because back then they had stay in the child's place.
Whatever happens in this house stays in this house.
They grew up with issues, and those issues was passed on and passed on and passed on. So it's like now it's time to break the cycle.
Right, definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
I definitely don't have the same viewpoints as my parents. Well, I have to take that back. I don't have the same viewpoints as my father. Maybe because I'm a gay male. So, you know, his beliefs in the way I should live my life is different. So, you know, as far as a lot of that goes, we do not think the same. You know what I'm saying? But my mother, she's like, you know, she may not like it, but, you know, she's still going to respect me as a human being, and she's still going to love me. And, you know, she's there for me. So she's different than my dad.
Now you can tell me if I'm overstepping, but how is your relationship like with him? Like
my relationship with my dad was actually very good at first. My dad, I grew up with my father. I didn't grow up with my mother. So you would think that my relationship with my mother would be bad. You get what I'm saying? Because I didn't grow up around her, and you know, most people would have animosity towards a parent who didn't raise them. You get what I'm saying? But, you know, it's different. My dad raised me, and we were actually, you know, really, really close until I came out. And then when I came out, he kind of cut off all, you know, communication and, you know, how he deals with me and how, because he talks to my sisters and he deals with my sisters, but when it comes to me, it's like a fine line. And, you know, that's his loss. You know, you know, a lot of time has passed by, and you know, I don't want too much time to pass by. But if it, you know, I can't push myself on anybody. If you want to have a relationship with me, you're going to have a relationship with me. I can't force you to have a relationship with me. So
yeah, I think I said that I posted something about that the other day. Like, you know, you don't need to force yourself on people, or you can't allow them, you know, to force. You know, just let it go freely. You know. So yeah, but how is it now? How is your relationship now?
It's the same. Well, we at first it was a lot of back and forth, and you know, I was so angry with him. You get what I'm saying? That you know, when I would talk to him, it would be a straight argument. But I done pulled back so much that, you know, I don't want to disrespect him because at the end of the day, he's still my father. But, you know, in order for me not to, because sometimes I still get in my feelings and I'm like, because, you know, I've accomplished so much within the past couple of years and you're not around and you're not there. But, you know, I see you with my sisters and interacting with my sisters, but you're not seeing anything that I've accomplished. You get what I'm saying? So I do get upset and I do get in my feelings. But instead of just going at him, and I just leave it alone. So, you know, sometimes he'll like text and be like, you know, I love you, which is a little bit more, you know, you should do a little bit more than just text me, I love you, you know, show it. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, the thing about love, we talked about that in one of our segments where, like, in order for, if you love somebody, you gotta show them. You can't just like, hey, I love you, you know, and just leave it as that. You actually have to like let them know, you know, just call, check on them and stuff like that. So, and I'm sure that's really hard for you.
It is, but you know, life goes on. I did let it affect me, and you know, it affected me for a long time, and you know, I just let it go. I had to let it go because if I didn't let it go,
it'll stress you.
It would stress me out, you know, and I seen it stressing me out, and I don't need that.
Yeah, and I think it's good that you just let it go.
And it's good that you able to like be yourself. Because
Yes.
I know some people like they are gay males and stuff like that too, and they don't come out.
Yeah.
They try to be so
Try to hide
secretive.
it,
I'm
yeah.
free, baby.
Like that's the best way to be.
I live my life how I want to live my life. If you do not like it, I'm sorry,
Right.
Yeah,
but
like,
you're gonna respect me.
yeah, that's right, and that's good. That I mean, I don't have a relationship with my father neither. My father, I was a single parent household, but like my dad's incarcerated. He been incarcerated. Last time I seen him, I was like maybe 15 or something like that. And when I was in college, I tried writing him like letters and stuff like that, and like trying to open up to him and tell him all the things I've been through and all my adversities. And it was like a smack in the face.
He didn't respond.
He didn't respond via letter. Like he must have reached out to his mom and told his mom everything that I said, and my grandmother called me, and it just went left. Like she's like, I was always a grandmother to you, and like just started basically going off the rip, blaming my mom for moving us to North Carolina. Like I was just like, I just can't. Like it's just unhealthy.
Right.
Like it's unhealthy, and like I'm the oldest of 3 siblings, whatever, my brother and sister, whatever. They're younger than me, so they don't really know a lot that went on and stuff. But it's just like I ain't got time for that. Like I'm just at a point in my life where it's like I accomplished so much. None of them never came to none of my graduations. No, nothing. My wedding, nothing. Like so it's just like I'm good. Like I don't need that. I don't need that extra stress. I don't need it. Like so that's good when you say you like just let go. Like, cause that's what I'm at too. It's just I don't need that extra unnecessary BS in my life.
I'll always be here. Anytime they are ready, I'm here.
Right.
Because I've never went anywhere. I'm not any different. I'm the same person that I've always been. It's just, that I'm gay now. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh, that's funny. That is so funny. You say that I'm getting now. It goes right into it. This
Let's
next,
go.
I want to kind of like skip this and just talk about the emotional health. Like, if you just let it go and just be free and look, it is
Free
what it
spirit.
is. Free spirit. Because if you're not, it's just gonna stress. It's gonna stress you. So, Miko had me laugh. I can't stop laughing. So with emotional health, like that kind of goes into emotional health, where when if we allow it, then it happens. Like right? What do y'all think?
I mean, that's kind of like, and a lot of people, I've had people over the years try to, I guess, counsel me about my relationship with my dad, but my whole thing is you don't know what somebody can deal with emotionally.
Yep.
Right.
And I have been to the point where it stressed me out so bad. All I did was go to work and sleep and wake up 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning and raid the refrigerator or whatever and wouldn't gain no weight because the stress was eating me up that bad. So I feel like, with me having kids, your kids see it. They know when you're stressed. They know when you're upset. They feel it. You take it out on other people or whatever. So, at some point, you just, like you said, you got to step back and you're going to always be you or whatever. And when they're ready to come around, then, they'll come around.
See, this is what I feel about people who are stressed out. You always need somebody that you can talk to. And I do feel like in a lot of Black families and the way we were brought up, and talking about how you feel has always been shut down. You get what I'm saying? And you're not allowed to express yourself and talk about the things that you are going through. And so then you hold it in. And
Go ahead.
and that's never good. So if somebody comes to you and they're stressed out and you can see that their world is spinning, take that time out to sit and listen. And you might be stressed out too, and you might really want to, rant and talk about the things that you stressed out. But if somebody comes to you, they really need you at that moment. Just listen. Just listen and take the time out, because you never know what you're doing for that person.
Yeah.
And, it relieves them. So.
Yeah. I think even if, you don't know if that person's actually, stressed out or whatever, they could just, call you, hey, I need to talk, or let's go have a drink.
Right.
So you never know.
Yeah,
Right.
so basically, can we control it? Absolutely. You
Yeah.
can control it. But
Yes.
do some people know how to control it?
No.
No. Some people don't know how to control it. Like, I feel like I'm always stressed. I feel like I'm always
Don't
stressed,
we
but-
all though? We all stress.
I stress out a lot, but I've found ways to, like, stress relievers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Things that make me happy, and being around people who make me happy, or have something that I can, they can relate to me.
Right.
Though that always makes me happy. Does it really take the stress away? No, it doesn't. But at the same time, it helps me. You know what I'm saying? In that moment,
Yeah.
get through it.
Yeah.
But ignoring it too, though, will come back.
Oh, that's the worst.
Because when you ignore whatever the problem is, it's gonna stretch you out more.
That's the worst.
Yeah, and I noticed another thing too, like when people depend on you a lot and they always come to you for advice, or when you the go-to person,
Mm-hmm.
like you gotta learn to say no.
Right.
Like you can't do everything.
That's
You can't accommodate everybody. Like you just gotta say no, and like you gotta have to do things for yourself. Like when you do things for yourself and put yourself first, then I feel like that alleviates a lot of stress as well, because you don't want to put what you have to do and your well-being on the back burner for someone else. Because if you don't take care of yourself, what good are you to anybody?
Oh yeah, that's
So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
love
true.
yourself
Right.
first.
Yeah.
Right. Before you love anything or anybody.
You can't even help anybody if you don't love yourself first.
Right.
For real.
Because that's emotional health is a big issue. Like you
It
said,
really
we're
is.
like, we're the Black community too.
Definitely.
Because no one likes
You can't
talking
talk about
it.
nothing black thing. Well, now it's different, but when I was growing up, speaking of like, the things that I've been through, and I wanted to just tell my parents or my dad, it was always shut down.
Mm-hmm.
And, I grew up holding a lot of the things that I went through in. I grew up holding a lot of the things that I went through in because I wasn't able to talk about it. So when I got about 18, 19, I was a really rebellious, teenager. And I did a lot of things that I probably shouldn't have done.
That topic right there.
I mean,
Yeah. So stress is very important.
Mm-hmm.
It is an important part because we have to deal with it. Otherwise, we're just gonna drive each other. We're gonna drive everybody crazy and ourselves crazy.
And people rebel in different ways.
Yeah, they do. You want to talk about that?
Let's talk about it. This is my favorite topic.
Of discussion is sex. And what you mentioned in rebellion, I'll say me. I was left with my grandma. And my grandmother was I love her now. She's so sweet now. I love her. She's like 93. But back then she was very mean, and everybody knew she was mean. She had a whole lot of pent up anger from not being able to talk or whatever. Birthing 12 kids, 11 kids or whatever, and just pretty much being the mom and dad to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So when it came down to me being stuck with her, she was very verbally and physically abusive.
You know about getting that switch off that tree, don't you?
I didn't have to go get it because she didn't trust me. But she was very, 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 very abusive. So the way I rebelled was sex. I would sex my brains out or whatever, and it kind of it took a toll on me because I continue that cycle. I get mad, I have sex, and I will feel good at the moment, but I mean it would never go away.
Sex is always that moment thing.
Yeah.
So don't get trapped in it.
Yeah. So it took me, I think once I got closer, well, I say 30 was when I finally was like, nah, it's not. It's what we asked, is it important? It was not that important. It's a want, not a need. So I made myself go without it. And that was the best time of my life when I went without sex because nothing changed. Nothing was there. The sex wasn't there to make me make other bad decisions.
Right. You cannot come up to me talking about your sex is not important to me. Now, if you have some money, we can talk. Right. But sex is not important to me. Like everything, their character
Mm-hmm.
and, you know, if they are financially, you know, stable. You don't have to have a lot of money. You get what I'm saying? But you have to have goals
Yeah.
and morals and want to do. That's what's gonna make me want to have sex with you.
Right.
Mhm.
Don't be sending me no nude pictures because I don't care about nothing. Don't inbox
Oh
me.
my God, I hate
'cause
that.
I would tell you in a second, like, come on, dude. Like,
You get
how
blocked.
much money you got right now? Okay.
You got a job?
Right. You got a
What's that
business.
401k like?
Right.
Those are the things I want to talk about, but you know.
Yeah, I think a lot of people use sex for
Leverage.
for leverage. You took the word right out of my mouth. Yeah.
I mean, speaking from a little girl in me, like when I lost my virginity, I was really young, and like of course, I didn't know what the hell sex was.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I didn't know.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know. I didn't even know what the hell a climax was. I didn't know what nothing was. I wasn't fully educated on it.
Mm-hmm.
But like when you have sex, and I feel like when you're young and you have sex and you give yourself to someone, I feel like it's important at that point because it's like, oh my God, I just gave myself to this person, and it's like you act like you can't live, think, do nothing without this person because you gave a part of yourself to them.
Right.
So, I think, like, you know, young people when they get in these relationships and stuff like that, I think it's important to them. Like, but as a grown adult, like, I mean, I'm married now, but like with me and my husband, I mean, like, we friends basically, just friends first. Then we, had a relationship. I mean, I kind of got pregnant quick within our relationship, but, but so we was having sex, of course, but like, I mean, to me, like, even like I feel like sex is a bonus. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a bonus. I don't feel like it's like that's not the deal breaker for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that is a bonus. Like, good conversation, being able to go on dates and laugh and just chill. Like, that's what I like. Like, you know what I'm saying? The sex is just that's just the icing on the cake for me.
But everybody just want to have sex now. Nobody wants a relationship.
That shit is sad.
It's a different time.
Yeah, it is.
Nobody. It's just sex. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know if something's wrong with me, but I done got to the point where I don't really. How can I put this? I don't really look for when I meet a guy. It's just like I already have in my head that it's going to be a sexual thing, and that's because that's all that has came to me. You know what I'm saying? But I have met somebody that wants something, you know, a little bit more, and it's catching me off guard. But I don't want it to catch me too off guard where I miss out on, you know.
That makes sense.
Well,
we did talk about that.
But you know, I had my fun with, you know, the different couple guys that I did meet, and you know, I did have a sexual encounter with them. But you know, sex is not important.
Yeah. And I think it's because
and wrap it up. Keep it wrapped up.
Oh yeah, safe sex.
Very important.
Right. Safe sex. But I think it's probably because of our age. Like I said, we was talking to some. I guess I'm considered a millennial too, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm just wiser. But like we was talking to like, you know, a younger group, a younger crowd. I feel like they would say sex is important.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? I honestly think like younger people would think that it's important, but I don't really think it's that important.
Because I've heard some people say that, how do you know if you want to be with them if you haven't had sex with them yet? And I'm like,
Right.
sex is important, but it's really not that deep. You know what I'm saying? It's really not
because
that
if
deep.
somebody the dude got a small penis, I mean, I feel like if you know how to work it, it shouldn't be an issue because there's other things that you can do, or you can always.
I'm cringing right now.
I'm just saying, like, it's other things. It's oral sex.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, other stimulations. You got like toys and stuff. There's other things that you can do to compensate for that, or you can teach your partner. You know, if you feel like they lacking, which I know some women, they like, I ain't teaching nobody. Like, you know, we too grown for that.
Right.
But it just depends. It just depends. Like,
I don't have those issues. I mean,
it's hot.
because I mean, someone recently asked me like, how can me and my best friend spend time together and not have sex? And I say, because we're working on like other things. We have other goals. We're doing business together or whatever. It ain't that we don't necessarily want to, and it's And because we have before, so we know what it's like. Like, it's not the top of the list for me or him.
Okay.
But when it's time, again, it'll be time.
Why does she
I
always?
mean, I'm just speaking on other experiences that I be hearing my homegirls talk about. Because some of them date dudes with big penises, some date them with little penises, and they just be telling me like, I really love them, so it doesn't matter. Like size doesn't matter. I mean, some women like to be satisfied orally. They don't really care about the penetration. Look, I don't know. I'm just speaking from everybody else's experience, but. I mean, I don't have them issues neither, but I mean, because I'm married, I got 2 kids. But I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, I was just putting my 2 cents in.
When you're with the person you're really meant to be with, everything is gonna feel right.
Of course.
Everything.
Yeah. Right. I haven't got that yet for the people out there. Still looking.
So you're still single and ready
I'm
to
still
mingle?
I'm still single, but I am talking to someone. He's special to me. So.
But you're single.
But I'm still
He's
single.
special. Why are you
Put
single?
a ring on it.
Okay. So I guess you always say that you're single until they put a ring on it.
I need a diamond, baby.
But the thing is, I'm still not seeing or talking to nobody else.
So you basically getting prepared. So you with the best friend, y'all trying to withhold from sex, trying to build your friendship and your relationship, and you ain't talking to nobody
business.
In your business. So so basically you just trying to get a prep.
Yeah, basically.
That's what's up. Like that's how you build. That's how you build a strong foundation.
Yeah,
very strong.
With all the emotions and all.
Yeah, all of it.
With no sex. I mean, being that, like, okay, I don't know. You could tell me if I shouldn't ask you, but being that you're not having sex, do you still like? Do you?
Are you not having sex at all?
I'm not gonna say we're not doing it at all.
Okay.
We have gone extended periods, very long
easy,
periods.
Though.
Yeah.
Sex is a mental thing.
Yeah.
Yes, it really is.
But what was your question?
Oh,
sorry.
I kind of forgot.
Sorry.
Did you have fireball?
No, I guess what I was trying to say is, like, do you feel okay, or you're okay with it?
Oh yeah.
But do you ever go with like? Okay, so like when you want to have sex, do you have sex or you just wait?
Thankfully, he's in Charlotte. However,
girl, I would have to
when we get together, it's a different story.
Right.
Like sometimes, like I'm grateful for when the kids are around because it's easier to not do it.
Right.
But when the kids aren't around, I mean,
it's
you just gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, it's a want, not a need.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, but why do y'all think it's hard for people to talk about sex?
Because they embarrassed as hell and they ashamed. They don't want to talk about their sexuality because they don't want to get judged. Like,
I think people talk about it more now than they used to.
Really?
Yeah.
Like most of the people I talk to, they're like, whenever you brought up sex, they're like,
yeah, I don't want to talk about this.
I'll talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Right.
But,
I feel like I'm just open. I know at work we be having these conversations. I know it's inappropriate at work. But whatever, y'all listening. They be talking about anal and stuff like that. Like, people are like really like open about it and talking about like some people watch porn and stuff like that.
Question.
Like, so
what do y'all think about anal?
Me personally, I don't like it. I don't
either.
I don't like it. I mean, I've tried it. I don't like it. I feel like it's an exit, not an interest. Maybe because I don't know. I'm a biologist and stuff. I don't like the idea of it. But I have tried it though. I mean, teach his own.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, of course, y'all know how I feel about it.
Do we?
I don't like it, and I don't not like it.
Right.
But it's not something that I do.
Answer
all the time.
Can I ask y'all another question?
Sure.
Yeah.
If a guy asks you to have anal sex, would you think that he's gay?
It depends. Let me tell you something. It depends. Because I mean, not saying I've been in this situation, but I listen to a lot of podcasts, watch a lot of movies and stuff like that. But a lot of guys, I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
But like I heard it's like a stimulant for guys. Like it's feel good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I know I think I seen this movie, the Chris Rock movie. What was it? I can't remember. It was a Chris Rock movie, and it was the Hispanic lady in there. She was dating this white guy.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't remember
Yeah,
the name.
top 5 or something like that. I think that's the name of it. And basically, her dude was gay. Like she said, every time they would want to have sex, whatever, like he would basically want her to put her finger in his butt. Like,
But you know what? A lot of guys like stuff like that. I was about to cuss, but a lot of guys like stuff like that. Like, and they're straight.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of guys like, their butt licked. Excuse me. But and a lot of guys like you to play in their butt. And
have you ever been with a straight guy?
Have I been with a straight guy?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And
but
this is still straight.
Okay, so you have your straight men who, they're not straight.
Curious.
They're messing with men, but just where I'm going with this. But you have a lot of straight men who will step out of their relationship just to see what it's like. You get what I'm saying? Because their wife won't do it or their girlfriend won't do it because they are automatically going to think that they're gay. Do you get that? And then they will come and they will find someone like me to do it, and then afterwards be disgusted and don't want to be around me no more, or and then you will never see them again. And then you have your man who goes out here and try it and like it, and then they're messing in the but
toast in a salad.
yeah.
When I was in college, there was one guy. He went to school in Greenville. I went to school in Orangeburg, and I went to visit him in Greenville. And he was on the basketball team, so he was almost like 7 feet, whatever. But dude was like, "Hey, I want you to lick my butthole," and I was like, "Huh?" And
He said that.
He said it to me, and then I turned around, and he was like butt up in the air, butt cheeks spread. I said, you give me a ride back to Orange? No, sir.
It's just like guys are really sexual beings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they like kinky ass shit. Excuse my language, but they do. You know what I'm saying? They like the kinky stuff. And sometimes they want their lady to do it.
I'm good.
But it's the truth, though. Sometimes they want their...
And I mean, really, I ain't mad at them, but, Shafiq over here might do it for you, so I don't mind you going over there, but I can't do it.
Right.
Or call me. No, I'm just
Don't call us. Call him.
919-796.
Right.
I mean, teachers don't know.
The one thing.
Sex. That's a part of sex.
It's a part of sex.
It's a part of sex.
That's what sex
Now you
is.
get to talking about guys that get to talking about now penetrating. That's a little gay if you ask me. But
what do you mean?
that's the penetration, like for you to penetrate him.
Yeah.
That's a little overboard.
Yeah.
Now, if you want a little tossing of the salad and stuff, go for it, guys. But don't ask your lady to penetrate you in any type of way.
So I have a question for you. So how do you feel about straight men like getting penetrated with dildos and stuff? Like, do you think they're gay or?
Ugh, they're all the way gay to me. I don't really like straight men. Here's the thing. Y'all do not attract me. Y'all are annoying. I cannot take y'all. I can't take it. Y'all don't know what y'all want, and y'all need to figure it out. But any man that wants to be penetrated with any type of penis, I don't care if it's plastic or real. You need to figure your lifestyle out.
Yeah, you need to figure yourself out.
Okay, that's what I thought. Because I was like, that ain't right.
Now, what about the people, and because I've had a few people say that they know people who are married
Mm-hmm.
and the man is gay and the woman is gay. But it was
I
like
think
they
that's
got
so high.
married for the look of it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So he's still doing his thing with men. She's doing her thing with women, but they create the
family.
family dynamic.
Yeah, like
Or
Kalani.
whatever.
I love that.
Kaylani, she just had a baby. I think she's bisexual, and I think her mate is bisexual too. Like, and she's pregnant and having this baby.
I love
apparently.
that. I think that's like. So
I mean,
dope.
to each his own. Like, you know what I'm saying? If they want to be happy and they free and it's making them happy, well, do what you do, boo.
My thing is just tell me. You know,
Yeah.
let me
Or the
make
ones
the
on the down
decision.
low.
Yeah, let me make the decision if I still want to be with you because that's what you want
That
to
is such
do.
a beautiful thing that you just said.
What?
What
You just said. It's just like, just tell me.
Yeah.
Because some women aren't like that. And you know, I've been in situations where I've talked to women and, you know, that I really liked.
Mm-hmm.
And when I am ready to tell you, of course I'm not going to have sex with you or, you know, but when I'm ready to sit down and tell you, when I feel like that you can handle it and I talk to you about it, you know, don't just shut me up, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
So you thought about being with women? Like,
I've
just
been
for that?
with women.
I mean,
I
well, no,
started
like
out
for,
doing
because what she just, I mean, who said it about the, you know, being married and still being, you know, doing what you got to do?
Mhm.
Have you ever thought about doing that?
Yes.
You have?
Mhm.
Was it just for you?
I'm not gonna lie. This guy who was my gay best friend, we talked about it, and we had said like at a certain point in our lives, if we weren't married, we were gonna get married.
A situationship.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Situationship. Okay.
So,
is that still like an option for you, or
It is. I actually would like something like that now.
Oh.
But you know, it's hard to.
So you do want kids? You
Yes,
want
I do.
kids? Okay.
I want a family.
Oh.
So have you been with a woman recently though?
No, it's been years.
It's been years.
Yes,
Have
my
you
last
do
one
you ever
scared
think?
me off.
Really?
Yes, you did.
Do tell.
Well, I felt like I had really liked her, and I was, you know, gay then. Well, I was gay. It's so hard to explain, but you know what I'm saying. But I was living my best life, and I met her, and I really, really liked her. And you know, we went out and we got to know each other, and we went on a date. And then when we went on a date, we were sitting there talking, and I kind of just said, "Okay, I got something to tell you." She was like, "What?" I said, "I've been with men before." She was like, "What, really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I think she was a little upset about it, but it really changed everything. When it actually could have been a beautiful thing. You get what I'm saying? But a lot of women feel like once you've been with a man, you're always going to be with them. But that's not true. If I'm with you, I'm with you. The same situation if I'm with a man. If I'm with you, I'm with you. I'm not going to step outside. I mean, I have before. Don't judge me. We're all human beings.
Right.
But, you know, I take pride in who I'm with, period. Whether you're a woman or me.
So you don't think about dabbling one more time with a woman?
You know what's so crazy? Is when I have, dreams about sex.
It'd be with women.
It would be with women. It's the craziest thing.
That's crazy.
When I used to have dreams about sex, it used to be with women.
For real though, I think that must be like normal because I be having the same dreams.
I read that though. They said, I don't know who came up with this, but they said that it's a normal occurrence for women to have sexual dreams about other women.
Okay,
And
so
I'm
that
like,
means that some guys are like that too, then.
I believe
straight.
it.
Interesting. I have to read about
I wonder.
that. I have to read about that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be reading about it.
That's an interesting thing.
Oh wow. Well, I hope it works out for you. I hope you.
We'll see. Because I'm
Yeah.
open to anything, you know? I'm a free spirit.
Yeah. So are you scared? Are you afraid that, you know, if you were to get in a relationship with a woman now, that they're going to be scared? I mean, they're going to run off.
They are. Yeah, they are. I don't think I would do it. If we could agree on being together and not having sex, do you get what I'm saying? I think that'd be like perfect. Because, you know, I love everything about
So what do you mean not having sex? So will it be an open relationship? Or you're just together?
You're basically saying
you're not going to trust me. Because if I lay it down, I'm going to lay it down. And you're going to be going crazy. I I don't need none of that. So we're just gonna find you somebody.
Okay, Miko.
We just build a family.
Right.
And, be there for each other and take care of each other.
Have you thought about maybe asking a friend to have a baby with you?
I have, and so many women, so many people, they run away from that too.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Because I'm trying to find one now. But a lot of women run away from
So
it.
you're looking for a surrogate, kind of?
Not really,
No.
Not really a surrogate.
Someone to actually have sex with and have a baby.
I don't know.
And
about
y'all
the
raise
sex
a
part.
child together.
Huh?
And y'all raise a child together.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I want my child to know who their family is and where they come from.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think with a lot of women, it's the catching the feelings part.
Yes.
Because you probably go into it with this idea of this is what we're going to do. Then after a while, your feelings get deeper and you're like,
I've had female best friends, and a lot of them have kind of caught feelings for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the weirdest thing. It's like, I feel so bad. It's because, like, dang, she really likes me. And I know it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I acknowledge it. Sometimes I don't. I just kind of distance
Brush it
myself.
off.
Wow. So am I like the only person that can be friends with somebody and not like them?
I guess.
That's hard. I mean,
I got guy friends I just
prefer
have
guy
never
friends.
liked.
you know what is so strange is that I try my best to have male gay friends.
Mm-hmm.
They always hit on me, and I be so
It's
Oh,
only
yeah.
annoying, right?
I mean, can you blame them?
I'm so it's like I can't find a genuine friend. It's like I can't find somebody who wants to be my friend. It's
Yeah.
always a motive. It's like
Yeah, I
They wanna have
kind of
sex
feel
or
like that about straight guys though. Like in college and stuff, try to be friends with people just to be legit friends. But it's just like, alright, you tripping.
right, that sucks. Don't
You
it?
always it's a boundary. Like you crossing that boundary, I gotta cut you off.
Yeah, because some
right.
women like to have male friends.
Right.
Yeah.
I prefer
That
male
sucks.
friends over female friends.
Yeah, me
that
too.
sucks.
But I haven't had. I don't really. I mean, I have like maybe a couple of male friends from college and stuff like that. But ain't nothing like, oh, you want to go? Let's go grab something to eat. It's nothing like that because one of my male friends, like he's married to one of my homegirls. We all went to school. We all went to school together. But my other guy friend, we really talk like that. Like we'll hit each other up like, hey, happy birthday. But it's never nothing like, serious or nothing like that. He ain't never hit on me or nothing like that. But it's just like other guys from the past. Like one dude, I remember I was tutoring and stuff. So, oh, can you help me too? I was like, yeah, no, don't doubt, I'll help you. Get to the library. I'm thinking it's gonna be him and other people. He tried to have a one-on-one, and that John went left. I'm like, see,
Girl,
you tripping.
you know what? It's always the ones that you don't find attractive that are. And it's like move, okay?
I'm like, yo, so we gonna get to these books? Like, I'm really legit trying to help you. Like, you know what I'm saying? You trying to like sit here and hit on me. You know I'm in a relationship. You know I have a man. Like, you tripping right now.
Don't
Like,
cross that line, baby.
But the crazy thing is, like, the guys who I actually call friends, they are attractive. And people will be like, well, why don't you and such and such don't date? Because I'm trying to introduce them to somebody else.
Right.
Like, I'll try to hook them up with other people.
Right.
I just don't.
Want to be with them?
Yeah.
that's how it was in like high school. I went to Cary High, Lord Jesus. When I got to Cary, first of all, when I went to Cary High, it was like a culture shock because I went to school in New York. Totally different.
Yeah.
But like, they was passing notes and stuff. I was getting notes from guys like, oh, I want to be your man, write me poems. I'm like, I'm not used to this type of stuff. This must be some southern shit. I'm not used to that, but it's just like, yo, like you can't even like be chill. Like you can't even like eat lunch with somebody at the caf, like without them like really trying to like legit be in a relationship. Like, yo, why you ain't got no man? Like you don't want no boyfriend? No. Like
I've been told I flirt with men and women.
I'm the biggest flirt ever.
But the thing is, I don't realize what I'm doing. They're like, you give everybody the same look and it's seductive and you smile at them and then you make people want to go and start taking I'm like, what? Maybe it's just you. But they said that they like I've had multiple people that'll tell me that I give men and women the same attention. And I'm just attentive
but they're
to people.
friends, right?
Yeah, like, it'll be, like, let's say somebody in the store, and we're talking, and they're like, the way I look at this stranger is the same way I would look at this stranger female, the same way I'm looking at a stranger male. And it's not, I just pay attention to what people say. Because for some reason, people like to tell me all their business.
Right.
Yeah, I get that too. Like me and my husband we went to IHOP the other night, and like the waiter, he was like, oh, he's like, what's up? How y'all doing? Like, he's like, yeah, I love y'all. I'm like, okay, like it was just weird. Like, 'cause I had to send my drink back because apparently it had some damn grits in it. Like, how the hell my drink get grits? And I was pissed. But anyway, he took it back and took the coupon off, and I'm like, yeah, my egg. It was like a piece of the shell on my fried egg. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know, baby, but if y'all trying to have a baby or something, what y'all doing? He's like, I love y'all. I feel like I keep it real with y'all. Like,
he probably put that shell in there for conversation.
He's like, I know my tip fuck, but I was like, I don't know, but I feel like that too. Like, especially when me and my husband I feel like everybody want to come up to us and just tell us their whole life story and tell us their business and stuff, and I would just be like, I'll listen. I don't shoo them away. I'll listen, but I'm just like, it's just crazy. So it's just your personality.
Yeah. I think that's why everybody within my friends who came out gay came out to me, or people that were pregnant and didn't want to tell anybody. They told me, because first of all, I ain't telling nobody, and second of all, congratulations, like, oh, you're gay. Okay, let's go to the gay club.
Oh, really? That's how you came out?
No, I came out to a girl that I liked in high school.
What?
I told her she was the first person I told.
And what'd she say?
She was cool with it.
Did she know you liked her?
Well, we had, we messed around and stuff.
So that could have went a different way. Because she could have thought, oh my God, we messed around and I turned him gay. It wasn't good.
No, she was actually very happy that she had a gay guy to actually
experience.
Think about it.
She was so happy after that. She was like, oh, great.
Are y'all still friends now?
Yeah, we're still cool to this day.
Well, that's your candidate.
Yeah.
Right. There you go.
But see, she's in a relationship, so.
Yeah.
I should have knocked her up.
Shoot your shot. Well, she's out there. She could hear, if she hears this, maybe she'll come around.
Married?
Yeah, she's married. Is she married? No. She's in a relationship. They have kids.
She's single.
Yeah, she's still single.
Yeah, I know when I was in high school. When I was in high school, I think one of my we wasn't best friends. We was good friends, whatever. Like one of the girls I used to hang with in high school. She was like, oh, come over, spend the night with me. Like I could tell she was like real attached. Like she was real clingy a little bit. I mean, we was cool. I didn't mind, but it was just funny because I was like, yo, why is she so damn clingy? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like then years went by, whatever. And then she basically was like she was gay.
Do y'all get
I had a friend who told me that
women
too.
hit on y'all?
I don't.
I think it's funny.
I think it's funny too, but I think it's funny to a certain extent because like the girl I'm talking about now, like I kind of felt some type of way because it's like we supposed to be cool. I feel like you should have came and told me, like, you know what I'm saying. I feel like she was a little embarrassed. I guess she didn't want to come out and tell me, but like other women in high school, they know that I'm not like that, and they're like, nah, we gonna get Brit over here, and I'm like, nah, I ain't, y'all know, I ain't cool with that. And they tricked me one day. They're like, yeah, we gonna go out, we gonna go to the club, whatever. I'm like, all right, cool, I'll go with y'all, no problem. Pulled up at the gay club. They tricked me, but I had a really good time.
It's fun at the gay club.
I had a really, really good time. The music was bumping.
Yes.
Like, really? I had a really good time.
I enjoyed myself.
I'm not, to be honest, I'm really weird about the gay people that I hang around. Especially now. I don't hang around too many gays.
So you don't like gay clubs?
I don't really,
but
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I'm not really into a lot of gay people.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't like the
what?
You don't like the drag shows and stuff that be going on at the gay club?
I wouldn't say I don't like them. It's just I don't really indulge in it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just I done been through a lot with gays. I'm over.
So, but you're still trying to find somebody though. You just don't want to be around all of them. Okay.
Not my cup of tea anymore.
When I was in, I was pregnant with London. I was in college. My roommate was gay, and actually, I had 2 gay roommates. One of them I didn't know, but I was pregnant, and her friend came to the room, and it was in the beginning stages of my pregnancy, so I'm tired or whatever. And so she knocked on the door. She's like, hey. I said, hey. She's like, it's such and such here. I'm like, no. She's like, you okay? I said, just tired. She's like, okay. So then my roommate comes back to the room and she's like, hey, blah, 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 said she came by. I said, yeah, she did. But she told me to tell you she knows you're pregnant and she doesn't care. And if you would allow her, she's willing to take care of you and the baby. And I said, she's fine and all, but I said, tell her I'm flattered, but no.
Right.
No, I can't. But she was gorgeous, beautiful.
Oh my God, they got the trans men.
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen them? They look like men.
They look.
And trans women, they look
You
like
said the
women.
trans. Yeah,
The
they
trans
do.
women look more like a
Do
woman
you
than I do.
know the one that I'm so in love with, Amaya? King
Amaya, I
Amaya?
love Amaya. Shout out to you.
Right.
we love you so much, and you're so elegant, and you're so pretty. I love her so much.
Yeah, I
she's
love
great,
her.
and she's I've actually ran into her a few times, and the times that I have ran into her, she's so nice.
You talking about the girl from Star, right?
Mm-hmm.
If she's anything like her character on Star, I like her.
She's
Right.
a really humble person.
Yeah.
She's always been, like, when I met her at the clubs and stuff like that, she was very humble.
Would you date a trans?
I'm not against it. No, wait. Let me go back a little bit. I have talked to trans women, and they expect gay men that they talk to, they expect them to act and be a certain way. First of all, I'm gay. You met me as a gay man, so you know that's not going to change. You know, they want
Act like
gay men to act like
a
real
straight
men,
man.
Like
you
a
know
straight
what I'm saying?
man.
Right? And that's not reality. To me.
Like when you said that.
But I wasn't against it. I'm still really not against it. Maybe I just haven't found the one that I guess I'll.
The only thing I don't like about like the trans, I don't want to say it wrong. Trans, what is it? Trans woman. That's when a man
crosses over. Well, not really crosses over. They take hormones
to become a woman. Like I don't like when like they kind of like expose people. Like you get what I'm saying? Because I've seen a lot of stories.
You know what's so
that.
funny is that is really like a really big topic in the gay community, and that's a really big thing about a lot of trans women that they're trying to stop. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to stop trans women from exposing gay men. Well, you know,
I guess they undercover
Undercover
men that's not out. Because I know Bobby Valentino had a case. It was.
But here's the thing, though.
The most recent one was
the basketball player.
But here's the thing that a lot of people don't understand is that a lot of straight men who are dealing with these trans women, they want them to live a life. You know what I'm saying? In the dark, like you know what I'm saying. They want to. They're behind the scenes, they're like together and they love each other, this, that, and the third. But when you go out in the public eye, you don't exist. And so, like, some trans women, when they expose, it's really off their emotion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so I understand it. So I'm not against the exposing thing for the simple fact that it's just how you expose a person.
Yeah.
That, you know what I'm saying? Because some of the stuff that is happening is tacky.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I get it. I get that you're hurt at that moment, or he done scammed you out of some money, or he was using you, or you know what I'm saying? I get all of those factors. It's just a way to express yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the men that are, you know, out here who are dating trans women, you know, stop treating these women like that. If you want to be with them, be with them. You're not going to be judged. As a matter of fact, why do you even care?
Right. They probably really don't.
If you care about it,
if it's something that you like, you know what I'm saying?
But
nothing should stop you.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. Like, it's a guy. Men have egos. They got pride. Like, you know, you're a gay man. You're open. You're free with it. Like, a straight man is not gonna be like, yeah, I like trans. I like messing with trans women. They're not gonna admit that.
If you are if you are going to indulge in the behavior, and anything can happen, and you know this before you even do it.
Be prepared.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You can't get in a relationship with a trans woman, and as soon as she get mad at you, because women do it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all, nobody gets mad at women when they are exposing and doing this. That look at Cardi B and
Yeah,
Offset. You
right.
get what I'm saying? And what
Yeah.
just happened to them?
Every other
Yeah.
week.
You know, it happens
It's
in
always
life. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So if you are going to sit down with this trans woman and you're going to have sex with them, be prepared for what's going to happen.
Mhm.
Be a man about it also. You get
Just
what I'm
be
saying?
a man.
I just don't like, and I know at one point there was like a huge issue with the killings of
Trans women.
trans,
That's so
yeah.
sad, right?
And I hate that because you don't have to agree with what somebody
Right.
does, but why? Like, why do you have to kill them? I don't.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
ridiculous.
but baby,
extreme.
it's been happening to gay men for the longest.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? They have been bullied for being gay and who they are. You cannot put your hands or kill a person. You shouldn't kill a
Right.
person because they're different
Because
from
of
you.
their
Yeah.
But best believe,
sexuality.
baby, if any of y'all think that y'all gonna bully me or come towards me because I'm gay or I walk with a waddle, you better be prepared.
And
Because it's
be
gonna go down.
Like, that's what I'm saying. That be the thing too, because I grew up around a lot of, gay men and stuff too. Like, I used to dance. Like, gay men taught me how to dance. Like,
Yeah.
so I love the gay community and stuff. Like, I grew up around them. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, real talk, like, they be thinking like gay men be sweet, but they still are men.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they will throw down
pack
and
a
they will
powerful
fight you.
punch.
Like,
Drop of a dime.
like, they
Yes.
still strong. They still have them male genes. Like, they will get it on. Like, I don't understand. Like,
And another thing. And another thing is. And another thing is, a lot of women feel like they can put hands on a lot of gay men.
yeah, that's not cool.
What
would you do?
If I was raised, if a person, this is how I was raised. If a person put their hands on me, you have the right to,
Hit them back.
hit them back.
Right.
Now, I'm not gonna. If it's a woman that hits me, I'm definitely gonna be like, okay, chill out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna definitely walk away from you.
You got sisters though.
And I have all sisters. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
cool.
my sisters are about their life. I grew up fighting with my sisters. You know what I'm saying? And they all are tough because of it. So I still even play fight with my sisters just to get them prepared or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if you are gonna follow me and continue to put your hands on me, I feel sorry for you.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I don't agree with a man putting his hands on a woman at all costs. But I do understand where you're coming from because I feel like some females like they think it's okay. To use physical force and like you in an altercation or conversation like you don't have to get physical.
Right.
Like I grew up with sisters. You grew up with sisters and stuff like that. I would just get my sisters to handle it. I got sisters.
Too.
I got sisters for you.
I'm
I got sisters for you.
I'm so good.
Like.
For that one.
And that's just like my little brother, and I don't try to get into his stuff now. I'm too grown, okay? But it was a couple of incidents, because I feel like those my siblings. Like I'm the oldest. Like if a female putting his hands on my brother, it's a wrap.
Right.
Like, but that's in the past. That's not me
But
now.
Another topic.
What was the Snoop the female?
From Baltimore. My name's Snoop.
Yeah, when she was on Love and Hip Hop, and she got into an altercation with the guy, and people were kind of like on the fence about it because they were like, he had no business attempting or fighting a female, but then other people were like, well, she acts like a male, dressed like a male, whatever.
She's still a woman.
So somebody
don't dog her out, like you know what I'm saying.
Right.
I was hoping she would. But that's just me. But it's like people don't. I don't know. It's like they don't recognize that it's still a line. I've heard some dudes say, if you walk around here dressed like me, acting like me, talking like me, I'm gonna fight you.
No, that's unacceptable.
Yeah,
she's still a woman. Like,
oh my God. And you know what? Okay, and here's another topic. Well, something I want to kind of go into. A lot of trans women, like say if I was to fight a trans woman, they feel like that's really disrespectful. But I'm like, a lot of y'all fight better than me.
Yeah.
y'all is not getting ready to dog me out, and y'all got on high heels and a wig. And, you know what I'm saying? Y'all not getting ready to do
They
that.
do.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them have strength like me.
Oh my God, it's like superhuman
and
powers.
You don't expect you hit me, and you don't expect me to hit you back.
Yeah, that wingspan, like they
Child.
reach.
They can fight.
Yes.
The trans women, they can fight.
I try not to offend.
they fight. I know some that gets down to get down.
You know some that do what?
Gets down.
To get down. But you know, violence is never the
No,
answer.
violence is never the answer.
Never the
Please
answer.
do,
Please do not.
It's not.
Just sit down and converse. You ain't gotta get
you
physical.
do not have to fight.
Mm-mm.
It's actually a corny thing. Like, especially if you're an adult.
Right, you're too grown for that now.
There's
Always
other ways.
ask yourself, what would Michelle Obama do?
Okay.
Auntie
Because she
Michelle.
is so classy, right?
Mm-hmm. I love
her.
Michelle Obama. I love her. Oh my God.
How do y'all feel about what's her name?
Who?
Melania?
Yes.
Melania Trump.
She's fly now.
Melania Trump.
She's fly.
Is
You
that
have to
you
give her
talking
her
about
props. You have to give props where props
No
is due.
comment.
About Trump.
But her style is very graceful. I will give her that. She has a really
Is that really
graceful
her style? Let
I
me
mean,
stop.
probably not.
Well,
But
yeah.
I like her style.
I
I
like
don't like
Auntie
the. I
Have
don't
you seen
support
her
the
style
Trumps at all.
before? Have you seen it before?
No.
Okay.
Was she a model before?
Yeah.
I like Aunt Mimi better.
I've learned that if,
I love.
if you don't have anything nice to say,
Don't say anything at all.
I do not support the Trumps. I'm not a Trump supporter, but I do like her style. Stylist.
Only thing I don't like, I didn't like how she was trying to steal Michelle's speech.
The same way she's trying to steal Michelle's style. And
She
I said I was not going to say anything.
Okay, I'm done. Let's get on topic. Hey, how about we talk about addiction?
Oh yes.
We did. Well, we did talk about
that.
sex addiction, didn't we?
Did we?
No.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we
a little
did.
touch
Sex
on the
addiction.
sex, but we need to like drug and alcohol, like addiction.
This is like I think drugs and alcohol is drugs and alcohol actually leads into sex. And I feel like sometimes drugs and alcohol can lead you into making bad decisions when having sex. Such as
Patron.
Patron, yes.
such as not protecting yourself.
Absolutely.
And this is another important thing. Diseases doesn't have a name on it.
That's
So
right.
everybody should protect themselves.
Yes.
Make sure that is very
Wrap
important.
it up.
Yes, you can get caught up in the moment, but wrap it up.
Always.
That's right.
If you're not in a consensual relationship,
Correct. You know,
wrap it.
wrap it up. Especially if you are one of those people who like to have random sex with
Random people. Yeah,
Random
just
people.
have some condoms in your pocket.
They're in most clubs now. They're in most bars.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So just
They're
grab
not
them.
dope.
Just
Condom?
grab
What
them.
now?
They keep them in
Condom?
bars. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's
don't go to
crazy.
clubs, so.
I don't go to clubs either. I didn't know they do stuff like
They
that.
need
Yeah,
to,
you
especially
have to.
considering they got all these swingers
And just like-
clubs.
Yeah, just
Right.
like they got like the tampon and pad dispensary and like the bathrooms and stuff. They should have like a condom dispensary. Do they
I've
have
been
that?
places that have condom dispensers.
Really?
Yeah, dispensers.
They
Yeah,
have it now.
that's what's up.
That's good. So yeah, go ahead, pick them up, use them.
Use them. Use
Wrap
them.
it up.
That's what they're there for.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine in Charleston for years, shout out Khalid at Luciano's Barbershop, he's always had bowls of condoms in his
You
barbershop.
have to.
Always.
Especially if you're a public figure, you have to be able to promote safe sex. Because that
That's
is
right, Hunty.
important.
That's right.
Very important.
Because it leads to diseases.
Yes.
Yep.
Mm.
And you know, you
And
always
it's
educate
ready.
yourself. WebMD.
WebMD.
Oh, no, not the WebMD. Had me thinking I was about to
You know
die.
what? I cannot do the WebMD thing because I'm a hypochondriac and I will be.
Well, it's better than Wikipedia.
It had me
Yeah.
calling my family. I was
See,
like,
reputable.
listen, I
Thought you
might
was gonna die.
Yeah, I was like, according to WebMD, I may not make it.
Yo, my mama
So-
swears she's a doctor, and so I just call my mama for everything.
Oh, you
and
too.
she still sends me up a wall.
I mean, just basically educate yourself because it's a lot of stuff that like especially this young generation they don't know like, how to properly care for themselves, like what to do when they're in the moment. Because, some people probably be embarrassed and ashamed. Like, if they have an STD, they probably wouldn't know what to do, where to go, especially if it was their first time experiencing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? They'll probably be embarrassed as hell.
And I do want to say, especially for Black gay men and the younger generation, that speak to your kids about sex. Even if they're gay and or bisexual, whatever their desire is, talk to them about it, because a lot of these young gay men are out here having unprotected sex and they're getting HIV and AIDS really early. And that is it's a sad thing to see. So talk to your kids, even if they're gay, straight. It doesn't matter. Talk to them about sex and talk to them about having protected sex, safe sex
at an early age.
Because they're having sex really early. Like 10,
11, 12.
And even if you don't want to tell your parents, tell somebody. Because I made London watch something on YouTube where this girl had sex with this boy. I forgot what STD she ended up with, but she didn't tell her mom, and it progressed, and she was also pregnant. And she had gotten an abortion, but they didn't remove everything.
Oh my goodness.
So she ended up almost dying in the hospital from a combination of the STD and them not removing everything. And she was so scared to tell her mother.
Yeah, that's sad.
So it's like, you got to tell somebody.
Yeah, talk to people. They have, what is it? What's the little local clinics that these young kids...
The free clinic?
The free clinics, yeah.
Planned Parenthood and stuff?
Yeah, they do have
Yeah.
Do they do sex education in school anymore?
I don't know if they do.
They do.
And another thing, do y'all remember DARE?
DARE, yeah.
They don't have that. So talk to your kids about drugs.
Yeah,
that is starting early.
I remember that. We had that program in New York. And I remember when I was in school in New York in 9th grade, I was entered into this art contest. We had to do like posters, and mine was basically on safe sex, whatever. And I was in the newspaper and everything. But that's the only time like we had like a little segment. It was during art class, and somebody came in and showed us like a little 15-minute video about safe sex and stuff like that. And I remember having to like make a poster, and I basically won the poster, and I was in the newspaper. But I don't think they have stuff like that no more. So that's why me and my husband was actually talking about this the other day. Like, I'm like, yo, I have twin boys, they 10, and I'm like, they about to be in middle school next year. I mean, I get that they 10. I get it, but it's like we in a new generation, new time, social media, Facebook. It's like these kids, like they need to.
If you don't tell them, somebody else will.
Right, and I don't want them to find out from them. I want to educate my kids and let them know, like, you know what I'm saying, what it is. Because I mean, these kids, they growing up. Like when they get to middle school, elementary school is different. I mean, it be some developed kids in elementary school, but middle school is a different type of thing.
It definitely is. Like, and single moms that are raising these boys, talk to your sons about sex,
right?
And how to have sex, and
girl, there's something.
Because it's really hard to stop a young boy from, going out there. If he wants to have sex, he's probably gonna go have sex. So just let him know like how to protect yourself.
All they tell him is watch out for bass tail gals.
Right.
Because I know when I was younger and I got a whiff for myself, I was like, okay. I was wondering, what was out there. So
right. So please, use protection.
Yes.
Adults too, y'all, please, because some of y'all need sex education now. Yeah, like right now. Like you're almost 40 and you need it.
So, like, what do y'all think are some ways to reduce, like, addiction, like the drug, alcohol, and sex abuse?
Who you put yourself around.
Your circle.
The people that you decide to hang around is a reflection of who you are. So, if you are around drugs and you're around people who like to drink and have bad habits, stay away from it.
That's right.
Stay away. And,
And try to create other outlets for yourself too, things that you might be interested in doing.
Yeah, like working out, maybe
art,
sewing, knitting, art.
Yeah.
Get into your craft. Get in your own talent.
Taking photos, photography, writing poetry.
Eat candy.
Eat food. Go out to eat.
Drink smoothies. Like, you know, be
Go
a
get a
healthy
massage.
Massages,
Right. Ooh,
yes. Definitely.
That's
reduce it.
important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, this might be, well, this is a little bit off the topic when I mentioned art as a way to like find a way to do something. There's actually a black guy opening up an art gallery here in Raleigh. I found, and y'all might already know this person. I don't know them, but I just happened to stumble across it. But I know January 12th is when it's called Brushstroke and Chill paint class for every occasion. It's an art lounge that's actually going to be opening up in January here in Raleigh. And it's
nice.
for adults and kids on Glenwood Avenue.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
nice.
dope.
I found that kind of interesting because I be looking for stuff to take the
You
girls
know
to.
what? I've never been to an art gallery.
You should.
Really?
You didn't never been to
I've
one on
always
Blue
wanted
Ridge,
to, but
Blue
I've
Ridge
never
Road
been.
in Raleigh?
Mm.
It's free.
Is there a butterfly museum around here? I want to say.
And
Oh,
I
the
think it's
science
it is.
museum.
Is it in
Are you
Durham?
talking
It's
about the science
the
museum?
the Science Museum in Durham. Yeah, that one ain't free though. You gotta pay.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I want to see it though.
yeah,
I bet
it's
it was cool.
yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. Yeah, I went with the kids. They went when they was like in the second or third grade. But yeah, it's nice. And they also have like a lemur center. You know what lemurs are?
Where?
It's in
those
Durham.
weird-
Everything is in Durham.
Durham is popping.
Durham is the business.
Like it is.
Oh, well, they probably need to catch up.
Raleigh
yeah,
really does.
they really
They
do.
really and fast.
Yeah,
Really
but
fast.
we should take the kids to the lemur center.
Yeah, that
That's
would be
why I
nice.
hate when people bash Durham. I'm like, do you not realize
I
that
grew up in
most of
Durham,
our
and
culture
it's
is
just-
Oh yeah,
in
yeah.
Durham?
Tell us about Durham.
Durham was
Let's let-
rough. Like Durham was to me. I feel like the people and growing up with the people, it was rough. Like,
Really?
Yeah, but it has
but it's
changed.
so different now.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like it's so cultural.
It
and It's so
is.
diverse. Like that's how I feel.
Every time I hear about something going on or somewhere
It's
I
in
might want to
Durham.
eat, I'm like, well, where is that at? Durham. Everything's in Durham. I'm like, I need to
And
move
you
to
can
Durham.
check out 21C Museum. We did our photo shoot there in October. It's like a restaurant and it's like an art gallery.
Mhm.
And it's free. It's open 24 hours.
Speaking of food, the new restaurant House opened up in Durham. It's a seafood restaurant and Seafood Connection. Do y'all know about that?
Seafood Connection. I'm gonna write
Seafood
this down.
Connection actually started in Charlotte, North Carolina. They're black owners. And
Ooh.
they actually started out in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Mhm.
And from what I see on Facebook, the food actually looks really delicious. And I know they have, I think, a couple in Charlotte. Don't quote me, you know. But they're opening up one here in Raleigh.
So Seafood Connection, and what was the other one?
Wait,
House.
The house.
The house.
The
But
house.
seafood is really Seafood Connection is. I want y'all to kind of just like be on the watch out for that because it's black owners and
Yeah.
you know support black businesses.
I know
Yes.
that's right.
Say that again.
Support black
Yes,
businesses.
I went to Dane's Chicken and Waffles for the first time.
And Carrie.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
love
good.
Yeah.
games. But you know, I don't eat meat no more, so I just go and get a
Oh,
waffle.
you're not a meat eater. I stopped eating pork. I'm trying to stop eating beef, but you know
Red meat?
I have to have a substitute.
Chicken,
Yes.
turkey,
Only
shrimp.
turkey.
salmon.
I can't get with the
Fish.
turkey for some reason. But you know, I had chicken bacon one time, and it tastes just like regular bacon to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then after I had bought it that one time, I never seen it after that.
You probably got
the same chicken
I was
bacon.
just getting
I
ready to
had
say
chicken
that.
bacon one time. My mama actually bought it.
You
for
sure it
us.
wasn't turkey?
No, it wasn't. Because you know, turkey
Turkey
has
bacon is a
it's
little
like
papery.
rubber.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it is.
It's
It is.
awful. God.
Yeah,
But the chicken bacon had the crisp and everything, just like regular bacon.
you just gotta research because they got a lot of like Earth Fare food, like Harmony food. That's what
Apparently
Capri
Target
owns.
sells it.
Yeah, you
Just
just
sell
gotta
chicken
shop around.
bacon.
I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure it's. I'm
Is
pretty
it
sure
by who is it by again? I don't know. If y'all
This one is Applegate Farm.
Applegate, yeah.
Applegate Farms. Harris
there you
Teeter.
go. You could
Harris
go get
Teeter
it.
is expensive though, but
They have chicken sausage too, and it's amazing.
Okay.
cool.
All right.
There you go. All right. Anything else you want to discuss? Close out this
How does it
podcast?
affect family and friends? Drugs, alcohol, sex, etc.
Not good.
That's another. Before we, you know,
Mm-hmm.
nobody wants to watch a family, a loved one, that's addicted on drugs, and you know, they're helpless. People that are addicted to drugs are helpless and not in their right mind.
Mm-hmm.
And usually you cannot help them.
Right.
So, before you get addicted to something like that, think about your mom and your dad. If you are close to them, or if you have kids, think about your kids and how they would feel watching you destroy your body and your mind and your life.
That's right.
Right. Yeah, it's serious. It's not,
Nothing
anything
to
to
play
joke
with.
about, right?
I have a friend dealing with that right now, and they're like trying to decide if they're gonna put her mom somewhere because of it. And I mean,
But you know what? A person that is on drugs, you can't put them anywhere unless they're ready to go.
Right.
You
but
get what I'm
see,
saying?
her situation is a little different. She don't really have a choice.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because they were trying to, avoid it, but because of other stuff, she don't have a choice.
Oh, good. But that's hopefully we're going to pray for her.
Yeah.
I hope that she,
But y'all know that I realize that some of the most creative and talented people have drug or alcohol addiction.
because of people who are
Artistic.
exactly, it's something.
It's something mental,
It's definitely,
and they take on more stuff than
and they
other people.
They appreciate life a little bit differently than everybody else, and it gets to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So special people. They're special people.
I guess that's, the drugs is their outlet.
It's their outlet because they don't have anybody else. They can't express themselves to anybody else. So
someone they could connect with.
Them, their talent, and drugs, or just drugs, and
Right. That's a good way to put it.
But like Miko said, you can't really certain situations, you can't really help people unless they really ready.
That's true.
Just
It's like telling somebody to leave a dude that's been cheating on them.
Right.
That's the hardest thing to do.
Or domestic violence.
She is not going to be done in that relationship unless she is ready, or him too.
Yeah, or putting their hands on them. They're not going to leave until they're ready, until they realize what it is they need to do for themselves, But, just still try to, be supportive to your family and friends that are going through difficult times. You love them, pray for them. Just do what you are able to do. Don't overexert yourself because that's not going to be good to anybody.
No, what burns me up inside is that, for me, I have a family member who is, I felt, that's on drugs really bad, and he's been through a lot, He's the oldest out of my family, my uncle's family. And I think he gets left out a lot. You get what I'm saying? Especially around holidays and things like that. And, don't leave them out. Just because they're on drugs don't mean that you can't still love them and, you can't be around them. That's what's really going to help them, get out the situation that they're in. That's going to make them and help them if they see they're still loved. You get what I'm saying? Because they're using drugs for their outlet. So.
Yeah, true. So they just need that family support and that love.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, if y'all have any feedback, please let us know.
Yep.
I enjoyed this.
Huh? You did? So you're going to come back? You want to come back?
First, yes, I would love to come back.
Oh, Miko, you gotta tell everybody your social media stuff.
Oh, I have two. One of them is my personal. One of them is my personal Instagram page is _ Miko Miko Stylz STYLZ _. And then I have my business page where you can follow all of my talented work and my hair page, and it's Miko Stylz Miko STYLZ.
And he's single.
And I'm single already.
All right, so we're gonna close out the podcast. We're gonna read a few quotes. Start by doing what's necessary, then what's possible, and suddenly you are doing the impossible. That's St. Francis.
Actually, I really liked mine, and I'm gonna hold on to this quote. But it says, "Your illness is not your identity. Your chemistry is not your character," and it's by Pastor Rick.
Mine say, if there is no struggle, there is no progress. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
If there's no struggle, then there's no progress. And it's by Francis Strait.
Nice.
To love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance. Oscar Wilde from An Ideal Husband.
This was nice. I like today. So guys, if y'all have any feedback, please let us know.
Or
Tell us
anything you want us to discuss, talk about, any guests you may want to hear on this podcast, please provide feedback.
Right, you could hit us up on Twitter at Love Life After One, or Instagram at love.afterlife, and Love Life After on Facebook. And our email is lovelifeafter18 at gmail.com. So please, just give us feedback. It's still new to us, and we want to hear what you got to say, or what your opinion, what y'all think.
That's right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you for having
Remember
me.
to
Thank you,
love
Miko.
life after. Thank you, Miko.
You're welcome.
Yeah, mommy, I feel so conflicted. She gave me a taste, I'm addicted. I feel like I owe you with interest. The way that you kill it, you should be convicted. You should get life. Looking at you and what we sacrifice. Sacrifice everything, even my life. Give you my all and I wouldn't think twice. I should make you my wife. Oh yeah, you are. You take me high as the moon and the stars. Even though it seems like times it gets hard, I'd rather do this trip with you, cause you take me away, let's go far. Haters get mad, you just lead them tense, cause you the MVP and they ain't even on the bench. Your love is a drug, baby, and you get me lit. The highs coming down, think I need another hit. You're my coat. She got me feeling like a dope fiend. I'm addicted to a black queen.